Okay, so if you have, if you have a bolster, great, that's a little bit more comfortable. If not, and you just have blocks, if you have nothing, lie down onto your back. But if you have blocks, place one block kind of shoulder blade area, and then one block can go beneath the head so that you're elevated through the chest. And then take the arms out nice and wide. You can go head all the way down to the floor. It's just a bit more extreme on the neck. So you decide. Arms out. And if it doesn't feel like much of a lift, you can take that first block that's below the chest and you can make it taller. So you can put it up on its side. You can always change it and drop it down in a minute if it gets too much. But breathe there into the chest. Think about how much time you spend each day or each week slightly rounded forwards. We're just trying to undo that, trying to reverse. Breathe. And also, whilst your chest is lifted, there's a nice stretch through the waist, almost a feeling of traction through the lower back. Try and be as heavy and relaxed as you can in the hips, knees, toes, let the toes turn out so your ankles are relaxed. Big deep breath. Exhale. Big deep breath. Exhale. Try and relax through the arms and the shoulders. So it's passive, this stretch, not active. You're not holding yourself or having to be tense or strong anyway. You're just completely relaxing back over the blocks. Take 5 more deep breaths and try not to rush them. Make them long, full breaths. Two more. Last one. And then just bring your elbows to the side. Use your elbows or your hands to push yourself up. Come all the way, have a seat. Sit with the legs crossed. Place the hands onto the knees. Close the eyes. Lift nice and tall through the crown of the head. Notice that space through the chest. So hopefully holding yourself a bit taller, a bit longer. Now keep that space in the side of the body. Take your right arm out to the side, but be really conscious you don't squash that right side. Lift your left arm up. Grow taller through that left side. Lift, reach as much as you can through that left side. So left hip stays down, really lift and lengthen. And then go into a side bend, but remember, we're not squashing the right, we're opening the left. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. So if anything, I want you to reach up as opposed to over. One more breath. And then bring it back. Place your left hand down. Take your right arm up. Up as opposed to over, reach, reach, reach. And then maybe there's an element of side bend, but just be conscious you don't squash the left side. So feel yourself lengthening up through your right fingertips. Opening that right side waist. And then come back to center. Keep that right arm lifting up. Bend at the elbow. Take the hand over the head and encourage your head down to the right. Stretch through the left neck, shoulder. Maybe reach those fingertips into space. So it's an infinite stretch. If you touch the floor, there's only so far you can go. Whereas if you reach the arms out to the side, you can keep lengthening through that left arm. And take it to the other side. Right arm out, left elbow bends. Stretch. Reach through those fingertips. Breathe. Stretch as far as you can. And bring it back. Take both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, open across the chest, breathe in for 3. Exhale, slide the shoulders back and down. 2, let the chest lift. Shoulders back and down. Last one, big full deep breath. And exhale. Then release the hands. Take your blocks out to the side or your bolster. Just move them out of the way. Come over to all fours, hands and knees. Pull your navel into the spine. So I want you to feel really strong through the center of the body. Keep that strength, look forward. So you might feel restricted, might feel that you can't go so far, but you're holding the waist in. Exhale, round. Should be able to go into the full expression as you round. Inhale, look forwards, open the chest. Can you almost squeeze beneath the armpit? So this area here, can you pull the shoulder blade down and feel that engagement beneath the armpit, like you're trying to hold a piece of paper there, and then round. So it's very active. Pull the shoulder blades down, squeeze beneath the armpits, chest moves forwards, waist pulls in, round. So really trying to go strong through the back of the body. Forwards. And round. Then neutral through the spine. Take your right foot, step it to the outside of your right hand. Take your right arm up to the sky, big breath in. Big breath out, thread that right arm beneath the left arm, rotates. Inhale. As you reach, you're coming into the left hip and then thread through. So as you reach, you go forwards into that left hip, lift up through the right fingertips and take it through. Last one, reach the right arm up and then bring it through. Keep the right foot where it is. Take both hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes long in your left leg. Engage. So don't just drop into that leg. Imagine if I place my hand on the back of your left thigh, you're trying to lift up into my hand. Breathe. Exhale. Look to the top of the mat. Reach your arms forward. So really challenge yourself to be low and long. Strong in that back leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back. Rest your left knee. Take your right knee back. Step your left foot forwards. Big breath. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread your left arm through. Reach to the right side of the room. Inhale, big reach up, stretch. Exhale, take that left arm through. As you inhale, coming into the hip, opening forwards through the right thigh. Exhale, reach through, go one more, lift up, big stretch. And then take it through. Both hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, strong So imagine I'm placing my hand on your right thigh and you're trying to push your right thigh back up to the ceiling, the back of your right leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Now challenge yourself to go forwards with the arms, long through the body, open through the shoulders, open through the hips. Breathe. Exhale, you can rest that back knee if you need to. Breathe, steady, 2 more. Last one. Walk your hands in, rest your back knee, take your left knee back, hands push down, first finger faces forwards, little finger slightly out to the side, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, big stretch back. Hips are lifted, heels stretch away back of the legs, nice and long. Navel pulls into spine, so you've got that feeling of a vacuum through the abdominals, strength, support for the lower back. Big deep breath. And exhale. Bend, soften the knees. Walk your hands to your feet. Nice and steady. Let the body hang and fold. Pour all your weight forwards. And then roll up carefully, slowly, taking your time. Use your feet, grip the floor. When you come all the way up, squeeze your glutes, reach the arms up to the sky. Maybe take a back bend, but back bend by lifting the chest. So think about lifting and lengthening the front line as opposed to leaning back. Exhale, hands come to the rib cage, lower ribs. So just to the side of the body. Take a big deep breath, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, let it go. Big breath, let the ribs expand. Exhale, let it go. 3 more, breathe. Exhale. In. And out. 1 more full deep breath. Exhale. Reach both arms up to the sky, lift, push the feet down, reach the hands, reach the crown of the head, lengthen the torso. Exhale, soften the knees, fold all the way forwards. Right foot steps back, rest the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. And out. Take your left hand, hold your right wrist. Reach the arms up, and then with your left hand, pull the right wrist over so you get a nice big opening through that right side. Not just the side of the body, but the front of the right hip. So slowly go forwards into that right hip, right thigh. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. 1 more breath. Exhale, rise back up, hands into prayer, twist right elbow outside of left thigh. Draw your left shoulder back. Breathe. Exhale, make space around the neck. So pull your shoulders down, reach the crown of your head to the front of the room, twist all the way through the center of the body. Breathe. It's with that exhale breath that you're rotating just a little bit more. In. Rotate a little bit more. Breathe. And a little bit more. Look back to the top of the mat. Take both hands down. Big step forwards with your right foot. Fold. Let the body hang heavy. Roll up through the spine. Strong in the feet, strong in the legs. Squeeze your glutes, reach the arms up. Lift the chest And then open the chest. So slight lean back, it doesn't have to be far. Lift from the heart center. Open that front line. Exhale, bring it back, arms down by the side. Chin into chest, roll it down. Go slow. Really steady. Curling through the spine, hands to the floor. Step the left leg back, place your left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Nice and long through that left thigh. Lift, open the chest. Lift and go slightly forwards into that left hip. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. Right hand, hold your left wrist. Pull your left wrist over to the right. So big opening through the left side of the waist, but still the front of the hip. So don't stay back here. Slowly take it a bit forwards so you get the front of the thigh and the side of the body. Bring it back to center. Hands into prayer. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Twist. Breathe in. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. So the out breath, you're drawing that right shoulder back. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling, maybe just looking over to the right side of the room. One more breath. Look back down to the floor. Take both hands down. Big step, left foot forwards. Fold. This time as you fold, make sure your belly is resting on your thighs. So even if that means you have to have a nice deep bend in the knees. Hold on to the backs of the ankles. Try and keep the belly and the thigh touching. Straighten the legs a little. They don't have to go fully straight. You're keeping the belly and the thigh connected. Chin into chest. Back of the neck long, crown of the head faces down to the ground. And then slowly roll up. Nice and steady. Grip the mat with your feet. Go strong through the feet, the ankles, the knees, the thighs. Rise up. Take your hands like you're sliding them into pockets on the back of your trousers. Lift the chest. Open. Try and squeeze your elbows back together. Shoulder blades together. Glutes are working. Chest is lifted. Big breath in. Big breath out. And release. Stand nice and tall. Take the hands to the back of the head. Keep the spine straight. Pull the belly in. Hinge at the hips with a straight back. So don't let your spine round. We're just going until the chest is parallel to the floor. Hold it there. 5. Lengthen the crown of the head forwards. 4. Lift the elbows. 3. 2. 1. Relax down. Hands find the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Come forwards to a plank. Shoulders right over your wrists. So make sure you get over the wrist with the shoulders. Don't be back here. Bring it forwards. Right knee. Tap your right tricep. Step back. Left side. And back. We go for 6. Keep the rest of the body pretty still. 5. Working the shoulders, the upper abdominals. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Then take it back into downward facing dog. Lift the hips high. Keep rooting the hands down. Lift through the back of the shoulders. Lift through the tailbone. Take your right leg up to the sky. Allow the right knee to bend, the hip to open. Breathe there. Lifting the kneecap.
Pushing into both hands. Sending the left heel down. So as you lift the right knee, push the left heel down. Feel that stretch down the inside of the left leg. Bring your right knee into the chest. Step your right foot forwards. Rise up into a lunge. Breathe. Open through your left hip. Bend more into that right knee. Hands into prayer. Bend at the elbows, point the fingertips back. Gaze stays forwards. So you get more of a line of opening through the chest and the shoulders. Reach the fingertips back. Big breath. Exhale. Try and pull your right thigh back. Send your left hip slightly forwards. So from the side, both of my hips are in line. I'm not pulling back in that left hip and forwards. So both the bony parts of my pelvis are facing the front of the room. Open into warrior two. Take your time. Turn the left toes out, bend into the right knee. Arms are out nice and long. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Hold that depth. Flip your right palm, reach up to the sky, rest the left hand, lift up more. So really want you to lengthen that right side, then take it back. Breathe. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Hand comes outside of your right foot, maybe to fingertips. Lift your left arm up and over. Draw a big circle. 1. We're going for 5, 2, 3. Bend that right knee more. 4. Last one, 5. Rise all the way back up. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes in. Thighs strong, so really try and lift the legs. Don't let the thighs be soft. Fold forwards. Hands come down. Crown of the head faces the ground. Go bend in the knees. So go soft in the knees to start with. And just let the stretch be passive. So let the body weight pull forwards. Let the hips lift. Hamstrings lengthen. Breathe. Exhale. In. And out. Breathe in. And out. Hands to the face. Slightly turn both toes out. Bend into your right knee as much as you can. Hands walk over to the right foot. Deep bend. Pull the left toes back. So your right heel might lift a bit, that's okay. If you're really near your blocks, you can always put your right heel on a block if that feels more comfortable. Or you just hold it there, pulling your left toes back. So there's a big long stretch through this left thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. One more breath in and out. Turn to the top of your mat. Might take a little bit of shuffling. Rest your back knee down. Reach both arms up. Lift your arms up to the sky. Strong stretch again through that left hip. Go forwards into your left thigh. Don't drop. Go strong, but go as far as you can. So you're squeezing that back glute and you're slowly taking yourself down. So it's strong, but you're going right into the bottom of that stretch. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more full deep breath. Exhale. Take both hands down to the floor.
Bring your body weight back. Place your right knee down. Tuck the toes. Lift it back. Breathe.
Inhale. Exhale. Look at the difference between the ankles, the knees, the hips. See if it's easier to send that left leg straight than it is the right leg. And then we'll balance things out. So take your left leg up to the sky. Lift it high. Bend your left knee. Open your hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ground your heel as you lift the knee. So it's your right heel is pushing down. Left knee lifting up. And then you're stepping that left foot forwards. Nice big long step. Rise into a lunge. Breathe. Exhale. Go further into that left knee. Think about pulling the right thigh back, pull the left hip back, bring your right hip forwards. Lift through the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to prayer. Bend the elbows. So you're opening the shoulders more. Exhale. In and out. Take one more breath there. I'm just going to move so I can better see you. And then open into warrior two. Bend your left knee, strong in the feet. And as you almost grip the ground from here, so you're lifting your inner arch, then feel the strength on the inner thigh. Flip your left palm. Reach the left arm up to the sky. We're only going up, not going back just yet. Rest the right hand, lift taller through that left side, then go back. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. Breathe. Exhale. One more full deep breath. Exhale, left hands coming to the outside of the left foot. Just fingertips can come down, that's fine. 5 big rotations with that right arm. The more you bend the left knee, the more you'll get into that left inner thigh. 2. 3. 4. After the last one, we're rising back up. So use your legs strong. Push yourself up. Straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes in and fold forwards. It's gone really sunny. And bring it down. Lift the hips. Or the body weight forwards. If you like this time, maybe hold the backs of the ankles and use your arm strength to help you come into that fold. Your biceps, your grip, your wrists. Tailbone lifts. Crown of the head goes down. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hands below the face. Just adjust your feet so your toes are a little bit out, heels are a little bit in, and then walk your hands to the left foot. Pull the right toes back. Breathe. Exhale. You can block up your left heel if you like, or just concentrate on working that left heel down. This right leg is active, so you're trying to bulge this right thigh, make it strong on the inner thigh. Big breath. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. Take one more deep, full breath in and out. Slowly, hands frame the left foot. Adjust so you're facing the top of the mat and your right knee rests. Lift your arms up to the sky, big stretch through that right hip. Tuck your tailbone. So already that stretch is strong through your hip flexors. And then you slowly go forwards, but you challenge yourself to go as far forwards as you can. Really strong. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe for 3 more. Holding it strong, squeezing that right glute on. So using the strength from the back of the pelvis. Last one. Both hands come down. Transfer your weight back. Take your left knee back next to your right knee. Push both hands down. Tuck your toes. Lift it up, downward facing dog. Hopefully lots of space in the front of both hips. Big breath in. Big breath out. Rest your knees for a moment and just take your blocks. You want to have your blocks kind of around about either side of you, near your shins, kind of in line with your shins. And then you're going to come back to all fours. So now they'll be in the right place. Step your right foot forwards, first of all. Reach up. Lift both arms up to the sky. Big breath. Strong opening through that left hip. Take your left arm forwards, right arm back, so you're in a twist. If you know you're quite comfortable then doing a back bend, then you can tuck your left toes and you can take your right hand to your left heel. If you think, no way, grab your block that's on the right side, put your block up high and use your block. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. Breathe in. Try and keep your chest is going to slightly face over to the right, but your tummy, your belly, try and keep that facing forwards as opposed to the right side of the room. Breathe. In and out. Can you go further forwards into that left hip? And then slowly come out of that. Take both hands down. Transfer your right knee back. Step your left foot forwards. Reach up with both arms. Stage 1, just go for that twist. That might be it. That might be where you stay, and that's fine. Still opening that right hip. If you want to go further back, options to tuck the back toes and reach for the ankle, or to place your block on its highest setting so you can take the block. Breathe. Try and have your lower body face forwards, upper body arch back. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Big breath. Slowly, carefully, bring it forwards. Take both hands down and step your right foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Let the body rest. Hold opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Breathe in and out. Roll up to standing. All the way, arms down by the side, close the eyes. Let the shoulders pull away from the ears. Let the feet push down, lift through the thighs, squeeze through the glutes. Lowest abdominals in, tailbone lengthens down, crown of the head lifts. So you have a long,
stretch through the spine. Take a big deep breath. And exhale. And then let that effort go. Grab your blocks. So now you need your blocks at the top of the mat. So pop them about a foot ahead of you. Just going to come back a bit. And then you're going to take your hands down to the blocks, pull your belly in, lengthen the spine. So first of all, just start by lengthening through the spine, reaching the crown of the head forward, sending the tailbone back, pulling the waist in so you're supporting the spine. All your effort down into the left foot. Take your right leg back. Big breath. Lift that right leg high. Now keep pressing down through your right hand, and you're going to lift your left arm. So we're rotating the body to the left. It'll feel a bit restricted. You want to try and keep that right heel high. We're here for 5. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring your left hand down. Now lift your right hand either to the right hip or all the way up to the sky. Open the pelvis to face the right. Breathe in and breathe out. Strong in that left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Let it go. Slowly bring your hand down. Bring your right foot down. Roll back up to standing. Just give the arms and the legs a shake. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Then hinge at your hips, bring the body forward so your legs are strong, trying to lift up through the thighs. Spine stays nice and straight. Hands down to your blocks. Take your left leg back so all the weight is in your right foot. Breathe. Exhale. Then first of all, you're lifting your right hand, you're rotating to the right, trying to keep that left heel high. Breathe. This is something we don't do very often because I hate this. I find it really hard. So that's why we don't do it very often. And slowly bring your right hand down. Now we're transitioning into half moon. So left hand either to the left hip or maybe all the way up to the sky if that's where you went on the other side. Pelvis is facing the left side of the room. Left hip is stacking on top of the right hip. Space through that right side of the body. Length across the arms. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring both hands down. And both feet down. Let your knees rest down. Keep your toes tucked. Stretch out the feet. So just move your blocks out to the side. Make sure that little toe comes into the stretch as well. Close the eyes there. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. And then come forwards. Just pat the toes or wriggle them. So just shake that out of the ankles. And then place your feet down, kneeling. So option 1, take your blocks just a little bit behind you and you can just lean back. You can just put your hands on the floor if you like, or you can have them on your blocks. You're going to lift the hips, tuck the tailbone and lie back down. So there's quite a strong stretch all the way through the knees. If it's too much, then just sit with your, if it's too much, sit with your legs crossed and just reach forwards to open the back of the hips. But if it's okay, you're going to lean back into that. You might be able to go further back If you like, you can take it back and maybe it's to the elbows, maybe that's on blocks or to the floor. But again, that idea of tucking the tailbone and finding that stretch through the hips. Big stretch through the knees as well. If you're not comfortable on blocks, just come back to hands. It's a bit further back, but maybe you feel a bit more stable. If you know you can go all the way back and that's available, then you can go all the way back, but just be careful coming back up. You can stay here and still get just as much benefit if you just really consciously keep sending the tailbone under. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly bring it back. Come and have a seat. Keep your left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Right shin is going to come back. So toes are pointing back, they're not stuck out to the side. Left toes meet the right knee. Left hand behind, right arm up to the sky. Push your pelvis and your hips forwards. Big stretch through that right hip. Breathe. Lift the chest, stretch your arm back. Push your left hand into the floor. As you push into your left hand, feel the chest lift. Find a bit more height, a bit more space. And slowly bring it down. Okay, all we're doing is straightening the right leg. And we're going similar again. Point the right toes, lift the right arm up, going back into a back bend. Another opening through the hips, through the pelvis. Reach that right arm back. Breathe. In and out. Slowly lower it down. And switch things around. So bring your right shin across, left shin. So my left shin is kind of running down the left edge of my mat, toes point back. Right hand back behind you, left arm up to the sky. Drive your pelvis forwards, push the hips forwards. Tuck the tailbone. Notice if you tuck the tailbone, how much stronger it becomes through the left thigh. Easy to not tuck it and go up and not find as much stretch, but I want you to really lengthen the tailbone down, opening that left hip. And then slowly bring it to the ground. The right shin stays where it is, but we stretch the left leg out, point the left toes, right hand behind, left arm up, lift the pelvis, lengthen the tailbone, reach the left arm back. A big stretch through that left side of the body as well. So really find space and length. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Extend both legs out in front of you. Pull the toes back to the face. Get right onto your seat bones. Sit nice and tall. Reach the arms up to the sky. Lift. Hold around your left wrist. Lift the left arm. And back to center. Hold around your right wrist. Lift the right arm. And back to center. Fold forwards. Hold your feet, gaze down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe your hands just fall either side of your shins. That's fine. Wherever they fall. See if it helps to draw the navel in. So you kind of bring the belly out of the way, and then you can go a bit further forwards. Belly in, further forwards. Belly in,
further forwards. And slowly roll back up.
Just take your blocks out of the way. We'll use them in a minute. Roll it back down. All the way to the floor. Place your left ankle on your right thigh. And bring the right thigh into the chest. So you get a big stretch around the left hip. Breathe in. And breathe out. On the exhale, you bring that right thigh in a bit closer. Try and keep the head, the neck, and the shoulders flat to the ground. Breathe. In. And out. One more breath. Exhale. Okay, switch things over. So place your right ankle on your left thigh. Thread behind your left thigh and pull that left thigh in. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And out. Breath in. And out. Two more. Try and pull it in on the exhale. Okay, then release. Place both feet down. Take the arms by the side so your fingertips can just about touch the heels. That's the distance or where I want your feet to be. And then spread the hands out wide. Push the hands down. Pull the shoulder blades into the mat. Lift your hips up. Pull the belly in. Squeeze your glutes. Use the back of the pelvis to lift and open through the front of the hips. Breathe there for 5. Push down into the feet for 4. Lengthen the tailbone for 3. 2. 1. Roll it down. Slow. Hug the knees into the chest. Lift the feet to the sky. Hold for the feet, happy baby. Pull the thighs down. Lengthen the tailbone. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more breaths. Slowly release your feet to the ground. Now, option, if you want, you can grab your blocks, you can have your feet together or take your knees out, but support the thighs with your blocks so you feel that your hips are supported rather than just letting the legs go all the way out if you like. Or you can just take your legs straight out into Shavasana. You decide. When you get there, take 1 big breath in and 1 big sigh out. So either feet together, knees out, or legs stretched. Ankles relaxed if your legs are out. Hands soft on the belly so you can feel that little bit of breath, that little bit of movement. If you can just take a moment to make that breath move even slower. So it's even more relaxed. Relax around the eyes, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Make sure you feel relaxed through the lower back and the hips, the thighs. And now you've made the breath nice and slow and relaxed. Keep it that relaxed, but just let the breath get bigger. So there's more movement beneath the hands. And wriggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If your feet are together and your knees are out, just take your hands to the outside of the thighs, close the gap between the knees, and then stretch the legs long. So everyone can freely roll the ankles, roll the wrists. Go in the opposite direction. Point and flex your feet. Maybe draw a fist with the hands and then spread the fingers out wide. Interlace the hands, push the palms back overhead, stretch your body as long as you can. And then bring the left knee into the chest, give it a good squeeze. Bring the right knee into the chest, squeeze. Keep both knees pulling in. Lift the chin to the chest, make a small ball shape. Keep your eyes closed. Rock yourself up to a seat. Sit nice and tall. Hands on to the knees or the thighs, or maybe into the lap. Lift and lengthen. Shoulders slightly back, so there's space across the chest and the collarbones. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up to the sky, nice and tall. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer heart center. Thank yourself for making time to come to class. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday.